Okay, good morning. Today the lesson will be short. As I said, this morning we have a faculty convocation. Convocation starts at 8:30, unfortunately, but I do not want to skip the class. At the same time, I do not want to miss entirely that convocation. So I want to stay with you half and stay with them half. Okay? So I'm going to, this class will end 10 o'clock. So hour and a half. Chapter 1. Oh, not this. Where is chapter 1? Okay. Chapter 1 describes very, very basic the language about Python. So I want you to read the text that I wrote. By the way, as you read, if there is anything that I need to explain more, please let me know. Then we'll give you extra points. There's a contribution, there's a big participation. That is not, that is for all of you and also your followers. Okay, students who take this course next semester and after. So that is a good contribution. As I said, you can install, you can access Python in many ways. Can anyone say in what way you can access Python?
On the interface or on the command line?
Okay, he expressed two ways, right? Graphical user interface or command line. That is true, yeah. The command line, as you can see, you need to bring up command windows. How can you bring up? By the way, for Mac users, you can do command and spacebar, then yeah, right, command and spacebar, then there is a box comes up. There you can type then you can bring up terminal. So hit enter, then terminal will come up. So that is the way that you could do. Or graphical user interface. There are many versions available, but officially in this class I'm going to use Paizo. As I said, if you install Paizo, then you will have this logo, Paizo. Okay, so this is handy. Those who wants to be a intensive developer in Python, then you probably need another upgraded version, another extension from Paizo, which is called, if anyone of you knows or heard, Anaconda. Right, Anaconda is a good program. One of the best environment of your development, but we are not going to use it mainly because that's too heavy. We do not need to. Okay. So if you install it, then your laptop will be heavier than before.
Because when I tried the Paizo, it stopped working in the middle. After installing it like 10 minutes later, it kept shutting down on its own.
That probably you need to, first of all, you need to download the proper version of Paizo with no infection. Check with MD5 to see if there is any modification during your download, or sometimes the downloadable mirror site may be hacked by someone and can be modified. So not always work properly. There's one reason. Another reason is while you are installing things on your Windows systems or Mac OS X, there's some unforeseen, unknown parameter temporarily set, therefore not properly installed. In any case, if you have that issue, then you have to uninstall the program and then reinstall it. Do not just reinstall. If you reinstall and override it, then still you may have some problem, because while system is installed, system update some DLL, dynamic linking libraries. When you reinstall it or override it, DLL usually not overridden, so you might have same problem continually. So you have to completely uninstall. As you uninstall, you have to use uninstall program. Do not delete anything manually. Then it's not going to be uninstalled. It causes a lot of severe problems after that. Okay. Particularly Mac users, it is underlying operating systems. Kernel is Linux-like operating systems, so it is very, very powerful, and also robust, but robust with responsibility. You can manage it securely. It's not like Windows systems. Windows systems is messy all the time. Will messy continually. Okay. Just.
I was just going to say, doesn't Apple, their products come with like a proprietary virtual environment software? Something that you can run like the image files, like you can get, like download and run.
Are you talking about Python or in general?
Paizo, for example.
Oh, Paizo? Paizo.
You use that, like, well, Python you get. And then
Yeah, Python is already by default on your. Python is the language, it comes with almost all Linux operating systems. So when you purchase Mac, then Mac already has Python, but usually earlier version, of course, right? So you have to update it. As you update, the better update Python on your Mac is go back to terminal and use a Linux command. You have to update from there. That is a proper way. So usually, if you do not know Linux, then don't try that. Paizo, I'm not sure if it comes with Mac OS. I've never heard of it. But anyway, assuming that you already have a Paizo, if you do not have Paizo, then please get it done. And then open it. I wanted to have at least the shell here, so that you have user interactive mode, as you do have, for example, other new editor. On left hand side you have an editor, and in the middle you have the prompt. So as we did the last time, if you say 5 plus 7, then it works, right? Equals 12. And if you do print hello and enter, then it says hello, right? And also if you say yeah. And another two pane on the left side. It's not really needed, but sometimes it is useful because you can see all the directory information about your system. So this is also handy. But I wanted to have this editor and the command line so that you can work on here and some others that you can see on the right hand side in the middle of that shell. So shell tab. I'm not sure, this is another pane, right? Shells pane, file browser pane. If you do not want to, then you can click X marks and close. You can minimize that also. If you see here, select shell, select shell, so that you can select right now we have a Python 3.5. If you want to create new shell, then you can click this to bring up another shell for not only the Python interpreter, but some others may be possible. This is a clear screen interrupt. If this system hung or runs forever, then you can interrupt that process of the interpreter and restart. And source structures, source, it can show class, definition, cell, and also may show some import. As you import, you can import this. One thing good of this Paizo is that you can import, if it is not, well, import already on your system, then you can import it. Already installed, then you can import some modules, external modules. That's never come with your default Python, so that you need to manually bring that in from some external resources. Then you can install it. How can you install? Very handy here in Paizo. You can do pip and install, and then module name. Any module that you want to look for. For example, if you want to do from some numerical analysis, then you may need numpy. If you want to do a scientific process in Python, then you need to install scipy. There are tons of, zillions external modules available. For any disciplines that you think, there are lots of Python modules available. Believe it or not. It's amazingly, right? So resource a lot bigger than any other languages. Why? Because this is easy and also powerful, but I'm not sure the performance-wise it is really efficient. So use pip. This is a command. And then option, install, and then module that you want to include. Let's say if you want to install numpy, then you can hit enter. Then if it is not available on this, so in this case already satisfied. So this is current version that I have. scipy, that is also. Install well, when it comes to a new module, then we can redo it. So today we need to see how can we start. I want to increase the font so that you can see clearly. Where is configuration? View. Oh, here, fonts. So, what is this? Location of a long line indicate. Fonts. Size, fonts. Okay, so yeah, we need to setting advanced. Edit key mapping, edit syntax style, select language, advanced setting available, the logo tool, advanced settings. History view, technical help. Questions. Which one may be a little bigger? Source code Pro. No. Typewriter. This may be okay. All right. What we want to do is, in this program, let's start with the graphical user interface, as I said. Okay, so in order to do graphical user interface, we need to import tk inter, so-called tkinter. We need to import tk inter, tk is a tickle, and then import from that module. I want to import everything, right? And then what I will do is we need to create an instance of TK, which is called the TK, capital TK. By the way, if you do not understand anything at all so far, I know that there is some students who do not know anything about this, then here is what you can do. In Google, type Python and T-Kinter, and a lot of explanations here.
The TK widget, is that the toolkit? Widget toolkit? The TK? When I go to the shell configurations in Paizo, if you go to the shell configurations, I'm trying to, like on the right, top right, you're going to see the shell, it says shell config on mine.
Oh, where is?
I was just having this problem here. I'm trying to, maybe you see it says shell config. You know, it's.
Oh, you have to include the shell. Yeah.
Like I have Python.
Right. It's not. It's independent right now. It's not with Paizo, right? That is a command. So forget about that.
Okay.
Close.
All right, I'll show you. This is just This is what it says GUI. Like you can open it up more. Like right from the corner.
No.
Here, click on that, and this is. Yeah. See, I was trying. Do I have to put the path on there, so that it, like the path of where Python is in my.
Right. Is this the directory that you have? This Python interpreter?
I think that was like the default one that was put in there.
No. Default one is nothing. You have to specify.
See, if you uncheck this use system default.
Oh yeah.
That's the way it was, just like that. But I don't have this.
Python path. You have to. What you need to do is. I think I need to explain this to everyone.
Just because you see on it says over here, it says Paizo did detect a
well,
Python.
if you do not have that. So
okay.
In my case, I did already, so I cannot do that too.
So I use a mini condom,
let's see.
right?
Well, so you need to find out. Okay. Wait a minute. Where did you?
I think it would be. I just got Python. Python.
Where did? Oh, is this what you have? Okay.
Dude, those are from other class. Yeah, I think that's should be.
Yeah, he was. Oh, from there.
No, this is not.
I thought I uninstalled and reinstalled it. Those are other just programs or something, but I thought it's no
you need to
longer
have you need to have a complete set of Python, so that you need to have. For example, if you install it properly, the Python. Let's go back to here. For example, Python 3.6. I mean 3.6. Then. Oh yeah. Then you have these many folders, folders. But in your case, it is not, right? Hold on. Let me check. Hold on.
Oh, sorry. I don't have that on here. Like I can.
You probably need another.
Because I'm on 3D objects. Can I go then to?
I do not know where you saved, right? You need to have a place that you saved. Where is it? Again.
Well, I just did my downloads. I just put
Oh, did you download?
Paizo? Yeah, Paizo. I got on my downloads.
Oh, yeah. Either. Oh, you already Paizo. Okay.
I just downloaded Paizo.
And installed.
And then I just installed Python as well. the web installer
Okay.
for Python.
Okay, so then Python detector, Python interpreter. Oh, you already have a Python interpreter. File browser. Yeah, you're right. Oh,
Maybe how'd you get?
what's this? The one that I don't like is touch screen.
Yeah. It is
It mess. Where is?
It's just.
Where is?
Okay,
Python?
so this is
Oh,
Python.
here, Python.
This,
Here, Python.
yeah, well, this is Python right now that I got this one, Windows X64 based
Right,
web
that's
installed.
fine. Yeah.
And this just, and this is for the 3.5. Now Paizo though is
Okay.
just drag that across.
Okay. Check.
Yeah, I don't know. I
Okay.
just,
Shell. That's what you did, right?
yeah, and then I
Shell
hit shell, and you
configuration.
can just open that
So
one.
when you do done, what happens?
I guess I've been.
Have you
trying
tried?
to- Yeah, I've been trying to. Do I add a configuration? See how you can add a configuration? How did you get the Python shell? See how you have. See, it says.
Here's shell.
Can you do shell over here and then do new shell? Here, you know what? I'll get you now. Fine. Otherwise,
It takes.
this might be easier. I don't want to stop you though. If you want to continue, I could try to. figure this out
Yeah.
myself.
My lectures.
Yeah. If you want to continue.
And, blow up the screen.
I'm not. This takes time, so we
Yeah,
cannot do
yeah,
this
yeah.
on time.
Yeah. I'm gonna add
yes,
on there.
we have online students, so they are also try to see. So the idea, the basic requirements for this, you need to have a Python. Okay, no matter what, bring Python. Otherwise, very hard. We are not on the same page. Then there's difficult. Or if you are familiar with Windows systems, you can do anyways. Bring up command line Windows and do everything manually. You don't need to follow this Python. You can use any editor, and you can separately run the command line so that you can type Python and then file name. That is exactly the same way that you can see here. Because there are so many ways. As you try, you can get familiar with the Windows systems. I know so many students do not know Windows systems, neither Linux, only play with application programs, therefore a lot of difficulties. But start with something fundamental stuff. As I said, the TK, you can click any. So let me click this. Then it explains what TK is. Here, tickle TK has long been an integrated part of Python. Tickle TK is not just for Python. As I said, it has been developed many decades ago, about 5 decades ago. From there, the first generation of a Mac use Tickle TK, and then 10 years later, late 1980s, Microsoft adopted that to make Windows great. So read this by clicking here, tkinter module. Then, as it says, you need to import tkinter, or if you want to specify particular module, then from tkinter import star. wildcard, which means I want to import anything available from tkinter. Okay, that's what it says. If you do that, then tk, tcl is available, right? You can say tkinter.tk or simply tk as I did here, tk, right? And around this time you can save the file and save as. You need to find out the location. So go to anywhere that you want to save to this. I have a folder for this class, and I have students. Okay, I want to go back. Top here, I want to create a folder, and then in class. So everything is in class, and then I can say my first GUI.py.
In Paizo, can you go to view the settings and go to the zoom?
Which
and
one?
Just increase the
I need to
size
save
of
this.
the thing. Yeah, well,
Okay.
yeah.
So view,
And then all the way to the bottom,
zooming.
Just zoom in a couple times just to increase the font of the text a couple times. It's hard to see
so
the font.
it does everything together.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
It's like hard to see the text.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Let me close this. No, minimize. Okay, so we saved it. Therefore, you can see here in this tab, my first GUI.py. Is it clear to you? Not really clear, right? And then to run this, if you see here, control return that execute cell. This is one cell. So either choose to click this, or simply control return, control enter, then it runs, right? So that you have something came up already. What is this? This is a window, right? Tickle window is created. But what you need to do is that this is a default. This is the fixed object of tickle. But what you want is to add some objects in it. You want to do some work inside. Sometimes you want to resize of these windows. You have a lot of things that you want to manipulate. So this is not done, right? In order to do that, I want to hold that windows so that I want to add more into that windows. I want to manipulate more. I want to put there some menus. I want to put there some, for example, animations. If you want to do, then I need to start from that default window. Default window is this, right? That something that I want to do from there. So in order to do that, I can say I want some label that can hold this default pop windows. So I need to assign this window to some other label. We call it variable. So I can say, okay, usually it is called root. Okay? If you see this statement, then I want you to recall mathematical form, equal sign, left-hand side and right-hand side. This is not equality check, but it is assignment. Right-hand side should be held by left-hand side. In other words, left-hand side is a variable that contains right-hand side. Whenever I want to revisit that window, pop-up window, then I need to call, hey, root. Then root means, in this case, that's pop-up window. So from this point, I can say, I want to do something into that root, which means I want to add something into that pop-up windows. Okay? Having this, I can do also canvas. Canvas, if you do not know canvas, then again you need to come back here and say Google Canvas. Then no, I'm sorry, not Google. Python Canvas. The best way that you could pick here is either Python class Canvas. This is like a manual. This is the first thing that you could do, but this is not really manual. This is another version of a manual. But in this case, it's very hard to understand, right? But be patient to read some. Add tag. For example, this is a canvas X. Create line. Sounds like, oh, you can create something, but this is not something that you need to know right now. Let's go back to here, tutorial points. Then here is it. There's a simple syntax to create this widget by calling canvas within parentheses. There's some options. Okay, so I want to create canvas. Okay, canvas where you can draw or where you can write some. Think about as you paint on canvas, then anyway you first prepare canvas. As you prepare canvas, you can add more into that canvas. But canvas is usually belongs to some other master component. So as you create canvas object, then you need to say, hey, you are my master. I'm your slave. You have to say something like that. That way, entire windows can organize very nicely. Entire window, there should be only one master, one God. If there are two gods, then this we place there and the other we place another place. It's no good, right? So one, that is this. So you can say root is my top object. So my canvas belongs to that root, followed by some other attribute here. after comma, we need to do option equals value. A series of option equals value. Another option equals value. Option equals value. Options can be provided in this way. If you want to make a border width, then BD. If you want to set the background color, then BG. If you want to do, for example, cursor, other than default cursor, but if you want to make a cursor circle, or cursor dot, or cursor any shape, right? You could do that. Height, if we want to make this canvas different height and different width, here height and here width. So what I want to do here is I want to make width equals, remember that according to this manual, after you set your master, you need to set option value pair, series of option value pair. So you need to do option is width and value is the pixel. How many pixels? You want to make 500 pixels width, and therefore height is, let's say, 500 also. Let's make this a little different. Width 700, so that it's like rectangle. So that is my canvas. And then save it. Control S. See what happens. Nothing happens, right? I code something. It's no good. Okay. It doesn't affect right now. So if you see here, as you make this canvas, there is an example. As you make this canvas, you need to do pack, otherwise it doesn't draw. Pack and main loop, those two things, very, very important. Okay, these two things. So let me push this outside, bottom here, and what I will do here is I'm going to do, for example, canvas dot pack. Right now we do not have much, but this is just a declaration, right? I declare canvas. My master is root. I didn't do anything, but I need to have some action. I want to pack them. So canvas needs to be packed. Packed to where? To this tickle external the component, and then finally you need to do root main loop and save, and then run. What happens here too? So maybe canvas. What's the rack call last? Pack, pack configure missing one argument. So okay, it's not really. So surface not defined. It's not needed. Yeah, what happens here is that, again, we cannot do this. We need to assign this canvas to, let's say, C. C is another variable to hold that. And then we need to call C. Okay, in this way, very nicely resize according to the width 700, the height 500. So 700 and 500 height. What happens here is that this canvas, this is just declaration, and then I should say, hey, that canvas can be held by another variable C, and that canvas should be packed, so that I can say C dot pack. So previously, if I don't do this and do canvas here, then there is an error. Or if you do not like this, then simply you can do directly to this object. Canvas is created, and then I want to do pack. Then this also works, right? There's no error, and it works like this. What I mean by that, I want to look at this. This is a combination of two statements. If we want to make this, this is one statement. This is. If you use this canvas objects only one time, then you could do this. You can call the pack method by this object directly. But canvas is the object that you need to do more and more additionally, so that instead of pack directly, you need to first label it. So I can label C equals canvas, and then first action that I want to do for that canvas is C.pack. And later I could do more and more and more. And then you can do print. Well done. And then another print. Exit, ... and close. How about this? And if you do enter, if you run it, then what happens? It runs everything, and then it says, well done, and exit, ... See here? If you do print, that it is print is a function, text string within double quote, and return it to standard user interface, in this case this terminal. That is a print function. If we want to do this within this canvas, for example, so that if you want to write something on this canvas, in addition to this user standard user interface, if you want to write this, whatever text within this, then because this is a canvas, you have to go back to the manual of a canvas, and then there is some functions, canvas dot create polygon, create oval, create line, create arc, and there is also create text. So let's look it up. Python canvas create text. So I want to create text. So find out okay, is there here? Text. So create text. We need to create text is a function that can be done with this canvas, so that I can say c dot create text, enter, oops, text, and then here position. So I want to do XY position, let's say 100 pixel points out of this 700 and 500. Options, if you see here position, it says some pixels from northwest. From northwest, it counts from northwest. Upper left corner, there is a 0.0, and from there you can say, you can move 100 pixel to right and 100 pixel to lower, and that is a point that you want to create text. And a lot of options you can fill, and then there is a text. This is a real text that you want to display. So option is text equal. So here I can say text equal, and then hello, mercy. See what happens. Hey, I have here, this is a canvas, and I put here hello mercy. I created text. The first point here is counted from upper left corner, 100 pixel to right, 100 pixel to lower. From there I write hello mercy. This is, I can say, write on canvas, and this print statement is write on the standard I/O. This is one standard I/O. This is a shell. Shell is nothing but operating system. So everything that you say is print is going to display on the standard I/O. If you want to display some text on the canvas, then you need to see here, hey, I want to do that on canvas. So that C dot, what is C? C is an object of a canvas, which belongs to my master root. Size of my canvas is 700 by 500. There, I want to create text. This create text is a function. The first argument should be the position, okay, followed by any option pairs. Option can be described, option equals value. Okay, let's try to put another option. Fill. So this is a text color. So if I say fill equals, here, fill equals, which color do you like? Blue. Comma, and save it and run it. Oh, I have two of those. I need to close this. See, that is blue, right? Let's see. Make it bigger. So font, is there a size? There's no size. position, active fill, anchor, fonts, maybe fonts, font specifier, default is system specific, offset state, text width, maximum length, is a size, it's active fill, there's no size, font, okay, anyway, if we do this, let's make it a little more clear. Red, to see if it is red. See, that is red, right? Hello world becomes red. And if we want to make green, save it and run. Yeah, it is green, right? Or this is the color that we know, the name of the color. How many color names do you know? Anybody knows more than 10? Give me something that you think we might not know.
Rogue blue. It's a different color of blue.
Okay. So, but by the way, how many colors on the 16-bit process machines? That's what we have right now.
256?
I think 65,000, right? So the way that you could do is, you can codify it by bring £, and then you need to use hexacode, red, RGB, red, green, and blue, that order. If you do not want any red, then you can do 0, 0. No red component. G, there's a green. I want to put, say, 89. And blue, I want to do real blue, FF. There is a hexacode, right? Hexacode, if it's a hexacode, two number indicates the color. The code, hexacode, is in between 0 to F. So any combination of 0 to F. F means there's a fully set. Blue is fully set. Green is this much, 89. Save it and hit enter. Is this gray, blue? I'm not sure. What if I do 33? Little bit of, little less green component. If I put, let's say, 1199FF, see what color it would be. This is the color. This color, if you tweak a little bit, we don't see the difference really, right? But anyway, this is the color that you can set on text. Okay. Again, if you want to do this background, I do not want to do this background, but I want to set my background. My background is, let's say, pure white. Pure white. How can you set the pure white? Pure white in lights. Is those three colors fully set or none of those colors? It's fully set. The light component, the color of light, if you set full color of three components, then it will become white. If there is nothing, no component at all, there is a completely black. Okay. So let's try here. If you don't give you anything, so 0, 0, 0 for red, 0, for green, 0, for blue. Let's see what happens. What do you expect? White or black? Nothing set for those three components. Then that is completely black. If you give full values for those three components, FF, then that is purely white. There's no other white than this. Okay? This is not, this is a color component, red, green, blue component is not the three components of your real painting color. If you want to make a black paint, then you need to put full red, full green, full blue. Mix them together, then it'll be black. That is paint color, which is not the same as light color. What about this monitor? Monitor is a light. It's not paint, it's a light. Remember that the monitor is inside, it's a light devices blinking. That's what.
What is the BG options?
Background. If you want to make this, for example, 7812, then another very nice color that you can see. Hey, like this, orangey. You can play with this. Somebody wants to do, oh, I want to make, right now, if you make this, then what is the title of this? Just TK. I want to make this. So, root, which is my master. I want to make title. Oh, there's an option. So you can choose some of this, but I want to see if there is a title option. Here, title, right? So here, I can say Mercy Python and then run. So this is my Windows title, Mercy Python. Okay, let's do this. I want to make a rectangle. Let's say around this my Hello Mercy. So I want to make C dot create. See, when I type create, then there's a lot of things that we could choose, right? So I want to choose a rectangle. Rectangle. If we want to see the rectangle manual, rectangle polygon, it doesn't have a rectangle manual. Here, it should be very similar to that. Rectangle, you need to specify coordinate of upper left and coordinate of lower right corner, I believe. Right? So here upper left, if I want to enclose, if I want to include this text, then my rectangle should be a little upper left side of this text, so that I can say 90 x coordinated little and 90 and 90, right? And then lower right corner, I want to make it bigger, so I want to make 200, no, 250 and 200. And run it. Oh, what happens? So 101, so 90 x coordinates. Oh, this text probably on center, not the left corner. So justify default left. It's not really left. Let's specify more clearly. Justify equal left. Justify, is it? Justify equals left. Save. Justify equals left. Left must be left, right, center. Or lowercase. Is it the reason? Yeah. Python is case sensitive, so if we put not this code is okay. FF and small FF, they are all FF. But this is a reserved word. In order to Python compiler, an interpreter understand, then you need to have smaller. So that is that. So I want to make this a little smaller, 50, so that it can include everything there. And also we can set fill equals, I want to make it another color. So my entire canvas is like orange, and color of my text is some light blue. It's not really pure blue, so I want to make this white. In order to make it white, then you need to have a FF, and run it. It looks like this.
So we're not using Anaconda or any of those, right? Or Miniconda?
Not in this class. But you can, if you are familiar with it, you can use Conda rather than Python. Conda is powerful, more powerful than Python.
For Mac, I have to use Anaconda.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm just having a problem like running it, but besides that, I think it's just the path. I'm trying to make sure I can.
Let me pass.
Yeah, go ahead.
See what happens.
I'm gonna have to
I want
make
to
this
see.
anyway.
There was no text.
Yeah, but I think maybe
We can fix it. Huh? What happened? Huh?
For example, I'm back here, I can't use these points, so that will
Oh, yeah, you can come in. Next to me. Well,
It wasn't going like the way that I wanted to. It wasn't running.
So you said
It had me use
Thumbs up.
well, it had me use mini conda and then just the path.
yeah, you can use the MIDI content.
Oh, okay. I gotta redo it.
What happens? Go left hand. You miss the left hand. If you miss, don't miss from this. If you miss any single lecture, then you cannot follow. So what happens? You want to or not? Right here. Already? Now we
I see. It was some time. FOR. Yes, that's Oh, it is? Is it? Alright. Yeah, you mind take a peek over real quick? So, in the first info part,
Oh yeah. From here. Yeah, it comes from others. So you misunderstand sometimes. That's the reason. Why you do that? Everyone. If it is the case, then
What you could do, those who have some problem with drawing, then you can do here. It's this, draw. Canvas C. And 500, 700, 500, the way that you try this in your case. I think something missing. I do not know. Okay, don't do it then. Okay, the last lesson that we are going to do today, is I want to create a I want to define a function, and that function will be invoked by my program. Right now there is no user-defined function here. The way that you can define user-defined function, create a function that so that you can define detailed function there and then invoke it. Is start with the def, and the function name. I can say create me. And then function. See, other language, if you want to do create function, then you need to have open parentheses and close parentheses. Therefore, within this function, you need to define whatever the body of that function. But in Python, we do not have curly braces. We do not have any clear marker to indicate the body of that block. It's a block of a function. Instead, you need to do use colon, and whatever indented inside will be the body of that. So in order to make it, you need to have a proper indentation. If you have two spaces, then all should be in the two spaces. If you have any further, then it will be maybe inner block. So code block can contain another code block and another code block. You see that happens, right? Unless it is the case, then you need to have all the same indentation. Two spaces, my case. This is, be careful, this is not a separate line. This is one line, right?
What about tab?
If you use tab, then you need to use tab all the way. In any place, tab and space mixed together, then you have an error. So my comments to you is that use space bar rather than tab. After you do this, in order to call this my create, then you need to have create me, create my, create me. Create me, then you can say here, create me. So all this highlighted one is the body of that function definition. This is therefore from here def to the end of that, including the signature of that function and all the body, like I highlighted here, is not really something executed by this program. It is not executed until it is explicitly called. Where it is called? This place. Okay? If you look at this code from top, then first line is to import, and the next line is definition of a function all the way up to here. And then there is a first statement to take an action, which is create me. So when it comes to these statements, create me, and create me is not the function built in. This is the function that I create. If I didn't create but call it, then definitely there is an error, right? But in this case, I call this function. By the way, it is defined. So when it comes to this caller, this statement, then your interpreter go back to find out that definition and go back and then do each statements along the order. And finally, after this, and then print well done and print exit. Okay? I want to save this and I want to close this first, the previous. And then I want to call. Same one came up, right? So you can create more and more function. If we want to make this also function, then I want to put this, I want to cut this and put this the later, and I want to create another function. Say def. Display, and then double or triple or 4 space. Let's make 4 spaces. So this function has 4 spaces indentation, and the other function 2 spaces.
Capital letters matter in canvas, right? In the lowercase canvas.
Python is case sensitive. So capital uppercase C is the class name already defined. So we simply use it, that canvas. After this, you can say here display. So see here we have two definition, two functions defined. Create me and display. When interpreter interprets this code, start from the first line, there's to import, and the second statement, there is a block, code block of a function, another code block of another function, and then finally I have two statements. This is the statements that I need to react. So first statement is create me. There's a function, go back and create and display.
Again, TK is not defined.
Uppercase T?
Yeah.
Small tk is available on the earlier version, Python 2.7. And then you can also run it. It runs. Another thing that I want to do. Because this is a function, remember the usually function, then you can send the argument together with the function, right? Together with the function. So what I want to do is, instead of specify 700 here for width and 500 here for height, what I can say is simply W and H. And then in this definition, I can say W and H. And W and H can be passed from my caller, so that I can say here 200 and 150. Very small. So it doesn't contain this. I want to make a little, say 300 and 250. How about this? And then hit enter. Oops.
What are you trying to specify?
From 1 to 3 traditional arguments, but 4 were given. Four were given. I didn't give. Confusion. Create me. Okay, let's try it. Simply make 3. Still. Canvas. Line 7. Create me. Line 7. Type error. And it takes from 1 to 3 positional arguments.
Do you need to change it into maybe y equals w?
Oh yeah. You're right. Yeah, it should be pair, right? We need to have like this. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Remember that we need to say the pair of option equals value. Previously, I removed that option equals. So we need to width equal w. W we have here, and height. And also we can keep that say whatever that we have, so that we have another. So field unknown. So what is canvas? Go back here, manual. Canvas has background. It's not field, so we need to have here BG. And enter. Okay. So if there is any error, that then you need to go back to the manual, see you code properly. Like this, we know that all the others rectangle, then we put fill, but for canvas, in order to set the background color, then rather than fill that object, we need to use BG option. Okay, that is this. So what happens here is that if you change this, any number, let's say 700 and 250, save it and enter, then you have that also, right? Simply change something here. Again, if you want to make this not the fixed number of a rectangle is the rectangle size is this. What you can do here is this rectangle is a fixed position, right? But I want to make this half of that width and half of that height. And the text position is again half of that width plus 10 and half of that height plus 10. See what happens. It comes up like this, which means if I change this to 300 and 250, then again, always this box can be drawn somewhere the center, lower right corner from the center. So 700 and 500. If I change this, then again, it came up like this, right? This is the same size. If we want to make that a variable also, then you can do like this. Width of that, half of the width minus 10. So little, it covers lower right corner, entire quadrant, fourth quadrant, maybe. Oops, it's too small. With 700 divided by 2, that is. Oh, this is a rectangle. Minus 10. It's not working as very small, tiny small. If I leave this, what happens? Like this. Oh, even smaller. Oh, there is a lower right corner. I'm sorry. It's not the width, but I need to put like this. So minus 10, H minus 10, and W minus 10. Like this. This third and fourth arguments is the position of lower right corner of that rectangle. So I want to make 10 points inside from the external edge. That's what I made here. Okay, so if I want to change this to 100 and 500, 150, then accordingly, in this way, I may not see entire Mercy, Hello Mercy, but rectangle. Oh yeah, I can see it because I relatively changed that position of that text. So you can see this is that, right? This is the size of that, 150, and half of that height and half of the width, and that is a rectangle. All right? Question?
Did you put the W with height in the beginning?
If I have an error, then that is, you have to fix it. I can help you, but if I help you, then it doesn't help you. If I help you, then it helps your program, but it doesn't help you. I've done that so many times, just for educational purpose. If you fix it by yourself, then it'll be your muscle.
Do you put this on blackboard?
No, you have to do it here. Another way that you could do is, you can see this video. Doesn't help you if I post this code, then you simply copy, paste, run. That's it. It's not going to be your muscle.
I'm just curious.
Watch it, the video.
You go to line number 10, right?
Mm-hmm.
See that created that text. Right. How does execute the operation, does it do W divided by 2 plus then, or does it W divided by 2 then?
This is the mathematical form, right?
Okay.
And there is this the operation of
Priority.
right? Precedence. So division should be done before plus sign. So what happens is here is that if I give W with the 100, then divide it to half, so 50, and then I plus 10. So starting position is a 60 x coordinate, and y coordinate accordingly you compute based upon that.
I just wonder why 2 plus then were in green, but that's
See here, I made simply division, and in this case only half. Just simple trick in this case, right?
If you brought it, let me see what it
Huh?
looks like. If you brought it, let me see what it looks like.
Oh, this one is very small, like this.
For some reason, the hello recipe thing won't show up on mine.
Each system might have a little bit of different tweak, so don't. So mine is not correct as I think, because I said this should be written a little lower inside that rectangle, but it doesn't appear that way. See here, if I do this.
What did you just do?
Hello Mercy should start from little upper left corner. Upper left corner of this rectangle is W over 2 H over 2. And text start from little further, the left from this corner, and a little lower, because I add 10. So it's supposed to start from somewhere here, my mouse, somewhere here. Hey James, you don't see it. I explained this to you.
You get an error saying TK is not defined. What would that be?
It says on line 4, TK is not defined.
Probably your Python is hooked to 2.7.
Yeah, I was going to say something's not hooked up or whatever.
Make it smaller. See if it works. Lowercase t.
Oh.
If lowercase t works, then your shell is 2.7.
No, it's lowercase TK.
Huh? Another thing that you could do is then pip install tkinter. See what happens.
Do that
It says
after,
here,
install.
tkinter could not find the version of that satisfied the requirements from the version. No matching distribution found the tkinter. Yeah, tkinter is by default already in. So
It says you're using version 8.1.
what the reference is.
Hey, you guys, look at this. Open up your Windows browser. Yeah, and C drive, and click users, and there is yourself, right?
Okay.
So double click it. All right, and then click on your upper path expression, the right, somewhere in the white space there, and yeah, then whatever that is highlighted, click one more time, and backslash, and type app. Then you can see app data. Funny thing is, the new Windows, app data is hidden. They don't show that on your typical search. Click that app data. Then you can see local. And then find out Continuum or Anaconda, whatever. Do you have a Continuum or Anaconda? Find out the Anaconda. Paizo, click on Paizo if you have anything within that Paizo. Nothing. Then Anaconda or Continuum. Do you have a Continuum? Do you have an Anaconda? No Anaconda? Where is your Anaconda?
I didn't get that. I didn't think we.
It's not installed properly.
Yeah.
So anyway, let me show you this. If you click this Continuum, then there is Anaconda 3. That's my case. Double click that, and there's a lot of directories. And then somewhere here there is a Python. If you click this, then this is the location of your Python. Okay? So you copy this and come back here. In this shell, you need to add that to your shell so that that shell, that particular Python 3 runs within your Paizo. It means in this Paizo you can switch from one version to another version, depending upon that you specify that version run. So if you click this here, this 5.2, how can you set? Somewhere here, I think somewhere here we can set, right? Create, say create shell. Oh no, not create shell. Create new Python environment. See here, my Python environment is mini conda 3. Oh, mine is mini conda 3. So that is in C drive. That is also possible. Do you have a mini conda here? Yeah, it doesn't appear here. It is inside that one, conda. Okay. I think I need to stop.